Hello and welcome to our live news update. I am Olubenga George. Court rules on Suit seeking Buhari's sack from office. PDP alleges APC cancel of Calumny. On the foreign scene, at least 28 killed in Pakistan's Peshawar. And in sport, Zelensky decries Russia's participation in 2024 Olympics. Now the news in detail. A federal high court in Abuja has struck out a suit seeking to sack President Muhammadu Buhari from office. Alive News understands that a former presidential candidate of Hope Democratic Party in the 2019 elections, Chief Ambrose Albert Owuru, had approached the court to challenge Buhari, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, in the previous election. In the suit, Owuru prayed the court to declare the presidential seat vacant and swear him in as the authentic winner of that election. However, following hearings, the suit was on Monday thrown out by Justice Inyang Edem Eko on three major grounds. Part of the grounds are that the suit constituted a gross abuse of court process, statute barred, and was an affront to the supremacy of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The presiding judge held that the suit was baseless, frivolous, irritating, and vexatious in its entirety. And now the People's Democratic Party has slammed the All Progressives Congress presidential campaign cancelled over the allegation of plotting to unleash fake news against the ruling party's flag bearer, Bola Tinubu. The media had earlier reported that the APC campaign council alleged that the PDP is planning to use fake news in Hausa to malign, defame, and illegitimize the party and Tinubu ahead of the polls. As a statement on Sunday in Abuja by the APC-PCC Director of Media and Publicity, Bayo Nanuga, said the PDP perfected the alleged plot with a theme working from the main opposition party's national headquarters at Wadata House in Abuja. But reacting to allegations, PDP Deputy National Publicity Secretary Ibrahim Abdullahi said the ruling party is scared of losing the forthcoming elections, stressing that the opposition party was not aware of the claims. He accused the ruling party of having castigated the party's candidate Atiku Abubakar without the PDP raising any alarm. And on the foreign scene, an explosion inside a mosque killed at least 28 people and wounded 150 more in Pakistan's western city of Peshawar on Monday. A government official said many of the casualties were police officers who had gathered for noon prayers. The mosque was located inside a compound that includes the headquarters of the provincial police force and a counter-terrorism department. Peshawar's police chief Ijaz Khan said the possibility of suicide bombing could not be ruled out, he said, adding that the traces of explosives were found inside the mosque. No one has yet claimed responsibility for the blast, which ripped through the crowded mosque, causing a wall to collapse. The building is located in a highly fortified area of the city. There were at least 260 people inside, a police official Sikandar Khan said. A portion of the building had collapsed and several people are believed to be under it, he added. Now in sports, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says that allowing Russia to compete at the 2024 Olympics in Paris would amount to showing that terror is somehow acceptable. He said he had raised the issue with French President Emmanuel Macron. Moscow must not be allowed to use the Olympics for propaganda, he added. The International Olympic Committee has said Russian and Belarusian athletes could compete as neutrals at the Olympics. But Ukraine has threatened to boycott Paris 2024 if Russian and Belarusian athletes are allowed to compete. Zelensky said Russia must not be allowed to use the games or any sports event as propaganda for its aggression or its state chauvinism, he added. The IOC said this week that Russian and Belarusian athletes could compete as neutral athletes, stating that no athlete should be prevented from competing just because of their passport. But Mr. Zelensky says there can be no neutrality in sports while his country's athletes are dying on the battlefield. He also drew comparison with 1936 Olympics games in Berlin when the Nazis were in power. And that's all on News Update. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Olubenga George. Enjoy the rest of your evening.